How's it going, my Winter Empress? I hope you're all having a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome back to another reaction. And if it's your first time here, welcome in. I'm glad to have you. I'm Flair Unique, and today we're going to be watching The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Some of you happen to think that I might have abandoned you guys, but I could play some Dying Light 2 recently. And the true answer is hell yeah. No, of course I would never do that to you guys. Of course not. Dying Light 2, what is that? I don't even know what that game is. So yeah, let's get into the final Lord of the Rings movie. Let's find out how this all turns out and yeah. We're gonna do this. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to my Patreon members who are now listed on both sides of me. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. And a special shout out to my top tier patrons. Thank you all so much for going the extra mile for me. From Patreon to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whichever social media you may be a part of supporting the channel, thank you so much for allowing me to continue doing what I love to do here on YouTube. And the subscribe button is gonna need some of your influence today, so if you could give it a nice cheer, and if you do the right cheer and properly, it will turn gray for you. Let's go ahead and get started on today's reaction.
I'm gonna fish me! Tiger!
Go on, put it on!
Oh snap, I didn't realize that was Smeagol. I should have known, that face did look, the eyes look familiar. Oh, yeah, that's him. That's him. He did murder for the ring. That's murder. Yeah, okay. That's happening. Okay, yeah. I didn't need that. I did not need that part.
Here. We don't have that much left.
Oh, crap. They're running out of food already, too.
I've rationed it. There should be enough. For what? The journey home.
Does it look like Frodo wasn't planning for the journey home part? Like, he thought this is the end of the line.
You have fought many wars and slain many men, Theoden King, and made peace afterwards. Can we not take counsel together as we once did?
Hell no. Absolutely not. You are going to give answers.
Let me guess. The key of Orthanc? Or perhaps the keys of Barad-dûr itself?
Your treachery has already cost many lives. Thousands more are now at risk. But you could save them, Saruman.
Why don't they get closer to each other? This is a very hard conversation to have. He's way up here. We're all the way down here.
Something festers in the heart of Middle-earth. Something that you have failed to see. You cannot think that this ranger will ever sit upon the throne of Gondor.
We'll see about that. But for the meantime, once again, can you come down here? It's easier to talk face to face.
Come down, Saruman, and your life will be spared.
Save your pity and your mercy. I have no use for it.
Oh, he's still aggressive. He's still got his aggressions.
Your staff is broken.
It's your last warning. He just speaks it and it's done.
Free? He will never be free. No. Get down.
Oh,
Saruman!
that is disrespectful. He just backhanded him, not the pimp hand. Oh, jeez. Okay, you know. Oh, I don't think there's gonna be answers given anymore. Well, you know, Saruman, he was true to his word to the very end. He just talked his trash the whole time. He never stopped. Dang, that thing looks huge compared to him.
I'll take that, my lad. Quickly now.
Now, we still do have to worry about the things that Saruman said, because he knows Gandalf is withholding information and we know Gandalf to do this, but what did he really send Frodo into? Stop, Gimli. This is just not becoming of you.
Dwarves that go swimming with little hairy women.
What is he on about?
The brave and true. Pippin!
What?
But the only
What's going on with him and Gandalf? Why they keep doing this? It's those two in general, for some reason. He has just not liked them from the beginning. More so Pippin.
Smeagol losing his nerve. No, not. Never. Smeagol hates nasty hobbitses.
Smeagol was a hobbit, though.
First, we must lead them to her. We lead them.
Who is her? Who is she?
She always needs to feed. She must eat.
Okay, so she is a beast.
Then we will find it and take it for me.
Wow. Your crazy conversation has gotten awfully loud and they're just right over there.
Once the hobbits are dead.
He heard it all. Well, you know, like the last half.
he makes the murderer.
Never! Smeagol wouldn't hurt a fly! He's a horrid, fat hobbit!
Smeagol, calm yourself.
I won't wait around for him to kill us. I'm not sending him away. You don't see it, do you?
Frodo, he is trying to kill you. He is trying to kill you.
Not without a guide. I need you on my side.
Is your guide still a guide, though? I mean, technically, yes, it's still a guide if they're guiding you to death, but not a trustworthy guide anymore. Oh, maybe when he picked up that orb, he might have gotten a glimpse of what Saruman was talking about.
What time is it?
Time for you to find another man. You're not going to get that one. Arwen is still around. She must be.
What are you doing?
Dang! Maybe he's sleeping with his eyes open. That's just creepy. That's that is too much. Oh. Oh no, you done effed up today. No wonder why Gandalf sleeps with his eyes open. Although it really didn't work. It didn't help here.
Fool of a took.
Is he? Oh, okay. I thought he died. I was like, wait, hold on now.
The city was burning.
Minas Tirith. Is that what you saw?
I didn't answer. He heard me.
What did you tell him about Frodo and the ring?
That's crazy. How they have this whole thing going on, right? We see him just holding the ball, but there's a whole different scenario going on wherever he's consciously at. And they had a whole exchange that we didn't see.
How far is Minas Tirith?
3 days' ride, as the Nazgul flies. Show us the meaning of haste.
Mary!
Oh no, he's one little hobbit on his own now. Those two have been together since the beginning of this. There's no way. Yeah, she's not gonna go. She's going to want to be with him because he still feels for her. So, I mean, come on, let's just do this. We know what's gonna happen.
Lady Arwen, we cannot delay.
There we go. Let's
My
go.
lady,
I mean, honestly, who wants to live a lifetime of unhappiness?
If I leave him now, I will regret it forever.
Renewed shall be blade that was broken.
So, she's losing her elven life now, right? because she's still here. Why isn't her dad losing it though? Because he's still here, obviously, for the moment. Or maybe it's just by her will. Oh, very nicely built. This is a real structure somewhere, no doubt, right? Where are they filming this? Because this is beautiful. That's...
And do not mention Frodo or the ring. And say nothing of Aragorn either. In fact, it's better if you don't speak.
It's like, and you know what? Just don't say anything. If we know one thing, though, he is curious, a very curious mind. He's gonna say something.
Perhaps you come to tell me why my son is dead.
Boromir died to save us.
Pippin, control yourself. It's not time.
My service, such as it is, in payment of this debt.
Get up.
I know who rides with Theoden of Rohan, and I tell you now, I will not bow to this ranger from the north.
Not your choice.
Authority is not given to you to deny the return of the king.
Exactly what I was thinking.
The king will come, and this city will be as it once was.
Just gotta get Aragorn there, that's all.
This city has dwelt ever in the sight of its shadow.
The storm is coming.
It's weird to think that it's so close yet so far, and Frodo's right there.
He covers the face of the sun to ease their passage along the road to war. When the shadow of Mordor reaches this city, it will begin.
Oh, damn.
So where are we off to next?
Oh, it's too late for that, Peregrine.
He wants out of there. It's like, oh, wow, what a beautiful place. Can we leave?
I don't think I'll be coming back.
We're going there and back again. Just like Mr. Bilbo.
Sam is the best friend. Sam is optimism at its best. Starting to think that some of them are not going to make it the way that they keep hinting at death and war in this one.
If the garrison at Osgiliath falls, the last defense of this city will be gone.
We have the White Wizard. That's got to count for something.
Affirmation. This is your point. This is your chance. Gandalf. Gandalf.
The dead city.
Ooh.
Very nasty place.
But very beautiful place, too. I don't know if that's meant to look creepy, but I love that. It's all lit up nice and green.
Come away. Look. We have found it. The way into Mordor.
No. Trap. I call trap. It's a trap. What the hell? Anybody a clue what's going on here? Why is that happening? Oh, it's about to go down. Jesus, look at that. How many of them? Look at Gandalf, having Pippin break the law. He was the perfect one to do it, though. Nobody would see him getting up there. Don't you dare deny this request.
And Rohan will answer.
Okay. Thought he was about to give an excuse. Enough time, though. Said 3 days. I guess the orcs are arriving at a place that's really far off from Minas Tirith, so they must have time. Mary, you're gonna fight? You gotta be careful now. Does Mary have any training? I don't think Mary has any training. Oh, you need to get somewhere safe. Safer, because there's really nowhere safe over there anymore.
The time of the Orc has come.
That face! Oh, that face. Okay, Gandalf. Holy crap. They're really a lot closer than I thought they were. 3 days isn't enough. You guys, aid needs to come much faster than 3 days.
Battalions of orcs are crossing the river. It is the Lord Denethor predicted. Long has he foreseen this doom.
Foreseen and done nothing.
Did he get hit?
This is not the first halfling to have crossed your path.
Oh yeah.
They're taking the road to the Mobile Vale.
And then the pass of Kirith Ungol.
What's that? Yes. What does that mean?
What's wrong?
Faramir, tell me everything.
Tell me everything. I have many questions.
Careful, Master. Careful. Very far to fall.
Nope. Everyone would be doomed. The whole world is doomed if it all depended on that ring. Because I have acrophobia and that wouldn't be happening for me.
Get back, you! Don't touch him!
Why does he have poor Smeagol?
No. Don't try it. Don't try it.
Smeagol knows. Heavy burden. Fat one cannot know.
Stop calling Sam the fat one.
Very soon, he will ask you for it. The fat one will take it from you.
Don't you listen to a word coming out of that thing's mouth. And how many soldiers do they have? They're still pouring units out of that damn castle, out of Morgul. And they already have some over here.
From this hour henceforth, until my lord release me, or death take me.
By the way, I do like your bling though. Why does he want the other ring? That one looks nice.
Osgiliath must be retaken.
My lord Osgiliath is overrun.
Much must be risked in war.
You wish now that our places had been exchanged. That I had died and Boromir had lived.
Say it.
Yes.
Oh.
I wish that.
I didn't expect you to actually say it. That's just, oh.
If I should return, think better of me, Father.
You don't have to impress him.
That will depend on the manner of your return.
When I tell you, the amount of disrespect he puts up with from his father, I just couldn't. I could not. Why is he that close to the edge sleeping though? That is not okay for me. What are you doing? Wow, oh, you little saboteur.
Sorry to wake you, Mr. Frodo. We have to be moving on.
They're making me uncomfortable with laying that close to the edge. Sometimes I move around in my sleep, I might just roll right off the side.
It's gone. The elven bread.
What?
He took it. He must have.
Smeagol!
He can't have taken it.
Look. What's this?
Oh, you little rat. Oh, you little rat. Crumbs on his jacket, sis.
Always stuffing his face when Master's not looking.
That's a filthy lie!
You deserved that one.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to go so far. I was just so angry.
And hungry. Don't. Sometimes when I get hungry, sometimes I want to attack people too.
It's that golem. It's this place. It's that thing around your neck. I could carry it for a while.
No.
Get away! I don't want to keep it.
Jesus Christ. See what happens when you're hungry? Have a Snickers. They should have brought Snickers. That's what they should have brought with them.
He's poisoned you against me.
You can't help me anymore.
You don't mean that.
Go home.
Go home. Like you could just call a taxi. What do you mean go home? You guys are halfway up this mountain. Where is he supposed to go? I'd have given Gollum another slap just for that statement come out of Frodo's mouth. Screw all that, I'm still following. I don't give a crap what anybody said. I'd still be right on their tail. You tell me to go home. Give me some food and I'll find my way home afterward.
This is the city of the men of Numenor. I will gladly give my life to defend her beauty. A memory.
Nope. Nope. It would be so much better to have them here to join the ranks with the others who are going to be fighting to defend this place, instead of throwing their lives away at somewhere that's already overrun. Oh my god, if they don't stop showing that face! Well, clean your face.
Come, sing me a song.
This man needs a napkin, a bib, oh. I don't like. Just greedy, gluttonous. Whoa! Yeah, no. This is not the place.
Fate.
I'd cry too if I had to sit there and watch and listen to that. I would cry too. And there is no way in hell Faramir and his people survived that. That was literally just death before they even reached the walls. What the hell is that?
I'm ready.
Oh, you would have had a big problem on your hands. You accidentally cut her. Well, well, well.
I come on behalf of one whom I love. As Sauron's power grows, her strength wanes. The shadow is upon us, Aragorn. The end has come.
Sometimes he speaks very cryptic and very cryptically, and I don't understand. Is she like dying quickly, or is she just now dying at a human's pace?
You would call upon them to fight. They believe in nothing. They answer to no one.
They will answer to the King of Gondor.
Okay, let's go putting the blade back together. Now, I thought this was the job for the Dwarven people, that they were going to put these, that they made the weapons. Well, look at the elfish people put it back together quite nicely.
The blade that was broken shall return to Minas Tirith.
The man who can wield the power of this sword can summon to him an army more deadly than any that walks this earth.
So what, he just rolls through that dark area that between the mountains or whatever, holds up the sword, and people are going to come out and support them?
I cannot give you what you seek.
I mean...
I wished you joy since first I saw you.
I thought it was clear. I did. Sorry, Eowyn.
He leaves because there is no hope.
Oh.
He leaves because he must.
Okay, I was like, don't let that message spread.
When Gondor's need was dire, they fled, vanishing into the darkness of the mountain.
What the hell? Why are you guys coming here asking them for help now? If that's the case, I don't think they can be trusted.
It is a 3-day gallop to Minas Tirith, and none of my riders can bear you as a burden.
I want to fight.
I will say no more.
Ooh.
Ride with me.
What? What's she doing here? What is going on? Be it what it may, she's going to fight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at those big giant people. It's so dumb. Oh, I love Gimli. I love him. You're gonna do it, aren't you? was a longer peek than I would have taken, but nonetheless, I probably would have did the same.
The dead do not suffer the living to pass.
You will suffer me.
Show it. Show the sword. Pull the sword up. Whoa.
It was made by those who are dead. And the dead keep it.
I think now is about that time. Pull the weapon out. Show them the sword.
None but the King of Gondor may command me.
There you go.
Fight for us and regain your honor.
I just got chills at thinking of these spirits joining the fight. Just imagine showing up with these and all of a sudden out of nowhere there's just a whole line of freaking spirits flying at them. Oh, this will be amazing. Please join.
And I will hold your oaths fulfilled.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? You guys can get out of this creepy little cave you've been living in.
Fight, and I will release you from this living death.
Is this a yes or is this a no? It's looking like a no. Maybe they need a little time to think it over. Holy crap! That's a lot of skulls. Refresh my memory. What are we looking at?
We fight.
You took long enough, you spirit nasties. Next time you can give your answer a little bit faster.
Say not that he has fallen.
What do you mean, say not? You sent him out there knowing he was gonna die.
Release the prisoners.
Did they just send their... Oh, the disrespect. No, you guys. Pelting heads at them.
He's alive.
Oh?
The House of Stewards has failed.
He needs medicine, my lord.
My line has ended.
Yo, did you hear him? He's telling you he's alive. Oh, no. I'm kind of disappointed in that orc army, though. They had the chance to spell something out with their army right there, and then they just did this weird formation. They could have spelled out, like, you will die, or we're coming in. I don't know, something a little bit shorter, but, you know, they just passed up the opportunity. Why are you causing this? Yes. There you go. Beat the sense back into him. What the hell's wrong with him? Flee for your lives. Thank you, Gandalf. Oh, yes. Do a little skit when you get down there, too. Just skid along. Oh, I thought it was going to take out more, but that was a good chunk. A little chunk. Here they come. Gonna need archers. Lots of archers.
Hold them back! Do not give interfere! Stand to your post! Fight!
Shoot these flying ones. These are the problem right now. They're way too up in the space. You know, for being a bunch of mindless orcs who don't know anything better than war, who really need to learn something about the dentist, they're very coordinated. Get beat up. Get beat up. Oh, I'd love to see Gandalf in it. Oh, here we go again. Cheat codes enabled. Bringing these big beasts. What is that? It's like a super mega extra catapult or extra ram for the door. I don't want to see it work. I don't want to see it happen.